There are some subtle changes. Here's your deep dive to the first year at Hogwarts Brilliant event. Welcome, magical people. Okay, so things are a little different on this one. Very subtle. Quite a few people haven't picked up on it, actually. But we have here at Zealman's Wizarding World. Okay, so the basics. This one starts on August the 11th, 2020 at 7 PM British Summer Time, which is 2 PM Eastern Time. Rewards up to 10 DADA books. Yay! Good number here. 15 restricted section books, 6 spell books, 50 gold, spell energy rewards as well, and there's like various potiony ingredients and stuff, which may come in handy for you. So yes, but now we are talking with the Dada books. This video may not have as much like graphic stuff as before because I am preparing to go on holiday, and I wasn't actually going to do this video, but when I read it, I saw how different it is, and I also want to share a dialogue with you if you're into that thing as well. Yes, some really cool stuff coming up. So basically, I can resist. So the mechanics for this one, week 1 is pretty straightforward. Week 2 is where things get exciting, especially with dialogue and a little game mechanic, which should be actually quite fun. This is where the mysterious note comes in that I mentioned in my resist video, which I won't spoil any more about because you may not want to know. Port keys are still a COVID-friendly 1.5 kilometers. Now you need 20 wild Foundables this time instead of 15. And the task to place the images on the Brilliant page, you need to do 5 this time. But you'll only have 4 by the time you get there if you didn't place any at all. So you will have to grind at least one of them. And I have a recommendation. So what can you do now? Brew 2 brain elixirs in advance and collect them and keep them in your vault. Also ensure you have at least 1 trace section in your vault as well, because you need to brew 1 ready for collection at the beginning of the event. So you'll have 2 by the start of the event, and which you'll need for event tasks. Brilliant bundles. We have a free store pack with 6 Brainberry, 4 Bubble Dot Juice, 4 Angel Trumpets, 2 Rampant Horns, which is enough for 1 Trace Detection Tonic, and 25 Spell Energy. Of course, other ones are available for a price. To be honest, I've not done the analysis this time. I've not had a time to do it, but you can always check out the Wizards Unite Hub if you want that information. They go into some great detail there. Also remember, the Wizards Unite Hub is not part of the game. They're independent fans of the game, so don't complain to them if you don't like something about the game. So the Foundables, the wild ones, we have 20 of these now. That's the Monster Book of Monsters and Bogrod. Of course, this being part 1. All the brilliant spawns are either Bogrod or Monster Book of Monsters. The task-based ones, you get these from completing the tasks, and you only have, this time, the Stack of Cauldrons. Normally you have a couple, but we only have 1 this time. The walking ones, so these require either port keys or actually the bonus assignment. The bonus assignment is quite grindy, so I would suggest doing the port keys if you can. That is the first year shopping list. And the challenging ones, that is the Gringotts Facade. You'll get that for using brilliant runestones in Fortress Challenges / Night Bus. As for the port key ones, you need 5 of those, and for the ones in Fortress Challenges, you only need 3. So here are the tasks and the storyline. If you don't want to see the task or the storyline, jump to this time here. If you just want to see the storyline, jump to this time here. If you want to see the tasks, well, sit back and relax. So set of tasks number 1, collect ingredients or portmanteaus 2 times. Well, easy peasy. Brew 1 tonic for trace detection and return 5 brilliant Monster Book of Monsters. It's actually quite cool. You actually get 2 restricted section books off the bat for this one on task 1, which is quite rare. But anyway, basically pick up the trace detection tonic you have brewed ready for collection at the start of the event. The rest of it's quite easy. Okay, so my light has run out of juice, so I'm now resorting to windows and room light. I also haven't charged up the battery for the second battery, so this is what we're stuck with. If you would like to improve my setup by helping me purchase a wired light, which doesn't require batteries, then there's also my Ko-fi donations if you want to give me some money for a light that I can plug in. So task 2, so use master notes to brew 2 potions, brew 4 potions, any potions, and collect 2 Gringotts Facade fragments by using brilliant first year at Hogwarts runestones. Okay, So it looks like they got bored with us brewing stuff in advance and collecting them. So they made us use master notes, which is quite interesting. So you're brewing 2 potions at this point, and those 2 potions will also contribute to the brew 4 potions as well. So easy peasy. So you can rent a gold cauldron if you wish, or you could brew some simple things like healing potions or basic exterminators and rush them, which is, I think, is probably slightly more expensive than using the gold cauldron. I think personally for me, I'm going to use a gold cauldron to brew a brain elixir, because that takes forever to brew. So I'll rent one of those for like 15 gold for the shortest amount of time possible, because you can do that. Use master notes on that. And I'll probably whack in some basic exterminators into the normal cauldron and use master notes on the first one, so I get me my 2 master notes and my queued up potions ready for the rest. If you're going to speed run this, another option would be to put on 2 potions when you start the event, ready for collection when you get to set 2. So you can collect those straight away. You can then use your master notes on the next potion and put one in the gold cauldron, and that may work. Might be a bit quicker. It may or may not work though. Set task 3. Use Barufio's Brain Elixir twice. Earn 3,000 visiting XP and return 10 brilliant bog rods. Hopefully you managed to brew those 2 in advance, those 2 brain elixirs. You do get 2 toadstools from the previous set of tasks, so if you only managed to get 1 and you ran out of toadstools, then you could brew 1 now. Of course, that's going to take you a bit of time. 3,000 visiting XP is easy peasy. Use your brain elixirs, open up some port keys, and that would do it. The trace charm you cast, find some foundables with shards, put that trace charm on it, that'd be pretty much going to do it. Also, the rewards from your brain elixir may be boosted by now if you've been doing SOS training. So a lot of variables nowadays with SOS training, but yeah, it should be easy enough. Set task 4. Now earn 5,000 Wizarding XP from Wizarding Challenges. So again, this is Wizarding XP in Wizarding Challenges, so that's the fortresses. This can tend to be a little bit grindy, but it's not 8,000 like it has been before. So we'll see how this one goes. Now, place 5 images on the brilliant Diagon Alley registry page. And then also complete 5 Wizarding Challenges with 3 more teammates. You'll be doing loads of them, so you know, it's not be a problem. But place 5 images of the registry page. You're only going to have 4 ready by this point if you don't collect any of them. So you will have to do some grinding. Now, depending on how well things happen for you, if you are low on wild spawns, then you could probably hit the fortress, use those brilliant rune stones up. You only need 3, and you'll be able to prestige that image a second time. This is also where we see the first 5 Dada books coming our way. So you have to get all the way up to set task 4 and complete that before we get any Dada books. So the bonus round, use 2 tonics for trace detections, return 45 brilliant first year at Hogwarts Foundables, defeat highest unlocked chamber, brew 7 potions, and use 5 potions in Wizarding Challenges. The highest unlocked chamber can always be interesting if you time it wrong. Some people do coast a little bit, though say nowadays it's quite rare. Basically it's a straight grind. I'm also going to be on holiday at this point, so wish me luck, because I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to get doing, because I'll be doing a lot of driving and stuff around with the little one, so hopefully I get some Dada books out of this. So now we're going to move on to the dialogue. If you want to skip it, jump to this time here, and that'll just take you to the tips, which are very basic for this one, because we've done lots of tips on the way through. So week 1, the introduction. Hermione. Constance, we've gotten reports of new surge behaviour, and again it's modifying the calamity. But it's different this time. The surge feels almost benign. Constance. Benign? Yes, it seems to be centred almost entirely around memories of Diagon Alley and shopping for school. First year memories. Oh, I remember those days. So exciting. Hermione. Yes, but I remind you that this calamity and everything must be returned. Even objects that aren't dangerous are important. And, to be honest, something about this particular surge is nagging at me. But I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Right, so now the image placements. So the monster book of monsters. Constance, those monster books, I loathe them. Mine bit me once. Took a chunk out of my arm. Right there, see? Did it when I wasn't looking. School's bad enough. You don't need to add ravenous textbooks into the mix, do you? So Constance didn't enjoy school. Did not enjoy Hogwarts. How could you not enjoy Hogwarts? Don't like that woman. The Brilliant Goblin. Constance, do you want a bit of a scandal? I knew a girl at Hogwarts, Bethany Swordbane. He was obsessed with goblins. She would make me go to Gringotts with her, and we would stand in a lobby for hours while she ogled. It was uncomfortable. Constance, I remember that list. I still think I have the pointed hat we brought somewhere. It really is bringing back memories. The Gringotts facade. Constance, my father loved to tell the story of how, after an Iron Belly Dragon was released inside the Gringotts, we had to change the family vault location because ours was destroyed by Dragon Detritus. So it must have been an ancient vault, because they were the deepest. An old family. Stack of cauldrons. Constance. My mum wouldn't buy me a new cauldron. She gave me my brother's old, used one, and brought him the new one. And he was absolutely rubbish at potions. Bit of sibling rivalry. Something dodgy about Constance. And now the end dialogue. Constance, we made quite a lot of good headway against this surge. The team have done well, and I must say, it's one of the most delightful threats to us in kind we've ever come across. Hermione. It has jogged the memory, hasn't it? Still, it has been very, very different. I wonder if there's more to this. There has to be. And there is. In week 2, which I'm not going to tell you about right now, because that's when it gets exciting, and yes, quite revealing. I must say, a certain Professor Trelawney turns up. So now the tips. So don't place your images until set of task 4, unless you want to do some serious grinding. Yes, you now need 20 wild Foundables of each. I don't think it's going to make a huge difference, but let me know in the comments below if it's different for you, because say my personal experience of this game can be different, or because I have a different place that I play. As usual, part 1 port keys will give you part 1 rewards, so make sure you collect 5. You can walk them off after the event if you wish. Also, the bonus event is also another option of getting those fragments as well. And remember, for those fortress fragments, you need to use brilliant runestones in the fortresses. Tower 2 or 3 is what I go for, and that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Hopefully I get to play it all, being on holiday and everything. But getting quite warm now because I turned the aircon off. But don't forget to follow me on Twitter at the Zealman. Give me a gift on Ko-fi if you want to improve my lights. Link is in the description as well. So until next time, brush up on your spells, get your wands ready, Wizards Unite. Set task 2. Oh.